What's up, guys? So we're here today in my wife's 2006 Scion TC. We're planning to sell this car. As I mentioned in another video, I did a tour of this recently, so I'll post a link to that. And basically, we're going to take this car to Carmax today and see what they appraise it for. I think it's unlikely we're actually going to sell the car to Carmax. I took my other car a few years ago, the 96 Honda Civic, to Carmax, and they only offered me $300 for it, but I ended up selling it to a private party for $1,400. So I'm gonna see what they offer me on this car, and then depending on what it is, we'll make a decision. Probably we aren't going to sell it, but then I'll let you guys know what happens if I end up selling it in private party for how much more than the CarMax offer it is. Alright, so let's go ahead and get going. Alright, so they've already test driven the car and brought it back there. We've been waiting like 10 minutes since they brought it back, so I think they will call us soon. Alright, so I checked on kbb.com and it says the car for trade-in is worth about $1,000. Me and my wife are guessing $500 that they'll offer us. So post in the comments below what you guys think, and then we'll see. So we're back home for the conclusion of this video, and we did get the offer, and it was a little surprising, but here it is. And yes, it was for $1,500. You read that right. I don't know if anyone guessed that correctly, but it's definitely way more than we expected. So to be sure that this is actually a good offer, I double checked on Kelley Blue Book, and the trade-in value there is right around $1,000. And then I checked on Edmunds, and they actually had the trade-in value at only $350 for this car. Now, I definitely think $350 is on the low side, but from this data, $1,500 definitely is a really good price for a trade-in on this vehicle. So why would they offer so much? I don't know exactly. We see on the sheet they do have for the passenger front door and the passenger quarter prior paint work. They could have definitely docked the price a lot lower because of that. Also, there were a lot of other small things that they could have noted. For example, the rear quarter panel had a dent from some accident damage. And if we look at my Civic's appraisal, they put needs repair for the passenger fender for, in my opinion, about the same size dent. Also on our Scion, the tires could pass inspection, but at least one of them was getting a little low. The suspension bushings were okay, but a little worn out, and you could tell from a test drive. And the seats had seat covers on them. We actually have no idea what the condition of the seats was under the seat covers because my wife never took them off. So back to why the offer was so high, a few possible reasons. I'm comparing to the offer on my Civic because I view these both cars as cars that CarMax does not really want. They aren't cars that you would see on CarMax's lot. But it is clear from a reselling standpoint that the Civic is highly undesirable and that the Scion would be slightly less undesirable. One big thing, the Scion is an automatic transmission. The Civic was a manual. They were both very old. My Civic 19 years old at the time, the Scion 14 years. but that is still 5 years younger. And the miles, 161 for the Scion, that is still significantly less than the 214 on my Civic. So it makes sense that I should have expected a better offer on the Scion, but still I don't think this good. The Civic was below the Kelley Blue Book trade-in value, and the Scion is way above the Kelley Blue Book trade-in value. So what else could it be? Well, I think maybe just the local Carmax at this time was just looking to buy more cars than usual. Maybe the inventory of used cars in the area was just low and they're just looking to send more cars to auction that month. Maybe just not that many people traded in cars that month. So these could affect how willing CarMax is to buy the car and how willing they are to make a good offer. So finally, in preparation of selling the car, I did do a full detail of the exterior, and it definitely made the paint look better, as you can see in these photos. So I think that difference in presentation can definitely make a difference, perhaps more than I expected. So to wrap it up, what did we end up doing? Well, I will say we were seriously considering the 1500 CarMax offer. I knew we could have sold it for more, but I didn't know how much more. I was thinking maybe only $2,000. And for sure, selling to CarMax is a lot simpler, saves a lot of time, and it's also lower risk versus selling it to a private party. I did in the end decide if I could get over 2,000, I think it would be worth it to still sell it instead of take the offer. So I ended up listing the car for sale for 2,300, and I sold it pretty easily to the first serious buyer that came to see the car for 2,200. And that was exactly 7 days after the CarMax offer. So right on the day the offer would have expired. So even though I didn't end up selling the car to CarMax, I think it was a valid option. I would still recommend taking your car to CarMax before you're looking to sell it. You might get a complete crap offer like I did on my Civic, in which case you can just ignore it, or you might get a decent offer that you can consider. So that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think of this offer or any offers you've gotten from CarMax in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.